look at how to read congruence. So again, we're going to make a tab called Reading Congruence. For triangles, congruence can be proven without having marks everywhere. So we just looked at examples where every mark had to match. For triangles, you don't have to have every mark. And what you need to remember is everything is possible except. Everything is possible except. This is a listening check. Put a star by what I'm about to write with the ASSSSA and AAA. Donkey forwards, you know I don't curse, right? So that's donkey forwards, donkey backwards, and AAA batteries. That's a donkey forwards, donkey backwards, and AAA batteries. Alright, so to read congruence, these are the steps that you need. Number one, you cannot jump two things. So it always goes like angle, side, then an angle, or you can do a side, angle, then a side. It always alternates between angles and sides, but you can't jump two things. Like you can't jump an angle and a side, or a side and an angle. Number two, pick a starting point, an angle or a side, and a direction and try until you find it. Your biggest thing is you just not trying. So just pick something and try until you find it. Number three, order must be the same in both triangles for them to be congruent. The order must be the same in both triangles for them to be congruent. This is a listening check. Color in the word order. Alright, number four, find the same order in the other triangle. Find the same order in the other triangle. So I'm going to give an example of what I mean so that you know what I'm talking about. So if you draw a triangle with 1, 1, and 2. So pause the video, copy that down. Alright, so can't be two things, can't skip two things. So let's say we start here. We skip the angle because there's nothing there. And then we skip the side because there's no tick there. So again, you cannot skip two things. So that's not how you read it. Let's draw that same triangle again. And we'll try to read it again. So now we're going to start at a different place right here. So we have an angle, and then if we keep going the same direction, we have a side, so we're good. We're skipping an angle, and then we're skipping a side. You cannot skip two things. So again, we're not reading that correctly. So let's not try to start in the middle, let's start in one of the ends. So let's start with this right here. We're gonna skip an angle, that's fine. Then we have a side, then we have an angle, then we have a side. We didn't skip more than one thing, so we're good. So this is SAS. And now you're gonna try and find the same thing in the other triangle. So you know how we started with an empty angle, and then it goes to two ticks, and then one arc, and then one tick. The order must be the same. So again, that's SAS, so that's good. So that's congruent because of SAS. So you can have anything except donkey forwards, donkey backwards, and AAA batteries. So SAS congruent. All right, the fifth step, if you can find it, the triangles are congruent. So I found it, so the triangles are congruent. Number 6, very, 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 very important. Remember, sometimes you must put your own ticks / angles. This is a listening check. Put a box around number 6. Sometimes you have to put your own ticks or angles. But you can't just make them up, okay? So this is if they share the same side or vertical angles. Those are the most common ones that you'll see. If they share the same side or vertical angles. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and copy that down. So you see this one right here, they share the same side, because that side in the middle, the diagonal, is the same for both triangles. Where I'm highlighting it in pink, that's the same. So I can put a tick mark there because it's the same for both triangles. What I'm going to do is separate those into two separate triangles and then put the markings on. So I'm just separating it into two separate triangles. And then we're going to go one arc, one tick, two arcs. And then that one is two arcs, one tick, one arc. Alright, now let me try and find it. So again, start at one of the points. So that goes one arc, so that's an angle, so we put one tick, that's a side, and then another arc, that's an angle. So now we just need to start from one arc, and then a side, and then two arcs. And then that's congruent because of ASA. And again, that's not donkey forwards, donkey backwards, or AAA. Or, if we have the shape like this is a listening check, color in the box with the or in it. We can put vertical angles because we know vertical angles are congruent. And again, I'm just going to separate the triangles and put in all the markings. But I know that vertical angles are congruent, so I can put the one arc there and that's fine. So again, I'm not making it up, it's just a fact. Alright, so then once I put it, now I can look for it. So let's start off with one tick and then one arc and then two ticks. And then I find the same order. One tick, one arc and two ticks. And those are congruent because of SAS. Okay, so that's pretty much how you read congruence. Very, very important that you remember you cannot have donkey forwards, donkey backwards, or triple A. But everything else is fair game. Let's practice.